Welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Matt. This little puppy was named Clark Kent earlier today. He was on the list at the animal shelter to be euthanized because he has what is suspected to be a broken bone somewhere in this front left leg. He's not using it. I tried barely touching it. He's very painful, even with pain meds on board. So I'm going to go ahead and anesthetize him, really manipulate it, figure out what's going on, take some x-rays, and then kind of see what can be done from there. So he's a very happy little puppy, though. He's just painful. He can't really get around very well. Good boy. He's a good boy. But we'll go ahead and get started on him right now. This little puppy we have affectionately named Krusty Rusty. He has demodectic mange. Demodectic mange is a little bitty mite. It's not really contagious to people. I have gloves on just because he's nasty. He has a secondary bacterial infection and he smells terrible right now. He's very timid. He is not too sure of us right now, and we've only had him for a couple hours. But he was going to be euthanized today, and we took him in to get him fixed up because other than this, he should be a totally healthy puppy. So we are going to start him on some medication, give him a medicated bath, and hopefully over the next month he will grow his hair back and all these scabs will fall off and he'll be a nice, healthy, pretty little puppy. So we will let y'all come along for the ride. I have Clark anesthetized here, started feeling it around. I could feel a little bit of bone grinding on itself there. Took some x-rays. The first one, get this machine to work. Let's see. First one is just from the side. The first thing I notice is there's a little tiny fracture in his radius right there. That's the radius. And it looked like there may be a little fracture right there in the ulna. But those look pretty good. The bones are pretty lined up where they should be. Took an x-ray down here of his paw just to make sure there were not any fractures there, and everything looks pretty good. And I will go ahead and tell you, in puppies, they have open growth plates. So these look like fractures. That's just growth plates that are open. Those are not fractures. This is a straight-on view of his radius and ulna, and you can see that the radius is broken right there. That's the radius, so nice fracture going straight across there. The ulna has an oblique fracture right there. So this dog probably needs a bone plate, but I've never put a bone plate in. I'm not confident in that. We don't have the supplies to do that, so we're not going to be able to do that right now. We're just going to basically put him in a hard splint that'll hold it still and hope that bone will fuse. They're all lined up where they should be. They're not overriding, meaning the bone ends haven't come past each other. So I think there's a pretty good chance they'll heal up over the next few weeks. So we'll just go ahead and wrap him up with a splint right now, probably change it whenever he gets it dirty, which will probably be often since he is a little puppy, and just kind of see how he does. And if this doesn't work, we're looking at amputation in the future. But not the best option, but it's better than the option he had earlier this morning. This is the radius and ulna right in between here and here, so broken right in this area, so we need to immobilize the joint below it and above it. So his elbow's here. We have this spoon splint coming up. It's going up here behind the elbow and down here below the carpus. I'm just going to start wrapping it up now, and it's got a rigid plastic back on it, so it'll hold this leg totally still. Have it all wrapped up now. I'm going to probably just put a trash bag over this and hook it on here so that he can't pee on it or step in his water bowl and get it wet. That way we won't have to change the bandage every day. We'll just change it every few days. So I'm going to do that and wake him up.
You do look like you got some hound in you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Here's a little puppy after a bath. We knocked a bunch of the scabs off, but he still has a lot left. So we're going to continue to treat him with medication and some antibiotics. It's been a few days. This is actually the third time we've rewrapped his splint. He peed on it once, we had to redo it. So now we have a trash bag wrapped all around it. And then he somehow got it off even with this cone on. He's doing fine though. He's not even on pain meds right now because he's running around like a crazy little puppy and doesn't seem to know he has a broken leg. So we're just, come here, come here. So we're just giving him time, and hopefully this is round 3 of the splint. Hopefully we can keep this monstrosity on him. But we'll update you in a little while. It has been 2 weeks that we've had old Krusty, and he is looking a heck of a lot better. Most of his scabs are gone, probably 90% of them. He still has some on his back. His hair is starting to come back in. He is also warming up to us a whole lot. He was very skittish of us, would hide in the back of the cage when we first got him. Now you can see his little tail going back here. He's a happy little guy. he's learned that we're not here to hurt him, and I think just him feeling a whole lot better and gaining some weight is making him trust us a whole lot more. Alright, it's been a few days. He is looking better. He's gaining more weight, and I think he's healthy enough to go ahead and do his neuter today. We're going to neuter him just to make him even more adoptable, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that right now. I don't really like neutering puppies that are this little, but we are just trying to make him adoptable, and they can't be adopted through the city without being neutered, so we have to neuter him. And it's better than them going out and breeding more and creating a bunch more puppies. That just makes the problem worse. So we choose the lesser of two evils, which is neutering puppies a little too early. Just like it never happened. We're gonna go ahead and wake him up. Big man's waking up, coming to, and I guess the next time that we update you, he should be completely healed, have a nice pretty coat, and be a good body weight. That's my plan, so we'll give you an update then. Here's Clark. He is wearing us out. We have to rewrap this thing all the time. Right now it's covered in poop. He pooped in his cage and then he danced around in it. So we're going to go ahead and neuter him today, so he's going to be under anesthesia anyway, and then I'll go ahead and totally rewrap this. And while I have it off, I'm going to go ahead and x-ray the leg just to see if we made any progress, because we've had him for closing in on a month, I think. Probably 3 weeks at least. But yeah, we'll get started on that right now and put him under anesthesia. I'm sure I showed you this already, but here is the x-ray from before. This was on February 13th, exactly 1 month ago today. There's a fracture right there in the radius and a fracture right there in the ulna. Now I will go to the x-ray from today, and you can see the radius is swollen right there where that fracture was. The ulna is swollen right there where that fracture was. So they're growing. The bone is growing. That means it's healing, and that's exactly what we want it to look like. So 1 month of time in a splint, and he's doing a lot better. We are right now giving him a bath because he is stinky. Then we're going to neuter him and rewrap that leg. Now we're getting to the neuter, and we'll give you an update when he wakes up. Alright, I just realized that we got these puppies on the same day. We neutered them on the same day, and they're probably going to go home about the same day, so I figured I'd just put their videos together. As you've probably seen, I probably already put all the footage together for you. He was neutered today, and he is waking up from his neuter right now. He's a little drunk. As you can see, we decided not to wrap his leg up again because just because it's healing so well, and he is such a pain to keep a splint on. Plus, we're kind of starting to get little bed sores on his elbow here, so we're just going to kind of let him be and see how he does. I may regret that, but I'm hoping I will not. So anyway, they are doing good, and we will give you an update probably in around a week. All right, it's been about a week since surgery. Krusty's hair is all filling back in nicely, and Clark, as you can see, is running around on that leg just fine. We would have liked for him to be a little more still, a little longer, but he was jumping around like this in his cage, so not a whole lot we can do about it. Krusty has been adopted by one of our clients. They fell in love with him, so he has a home. Clark still needs a home, so if you want to adopt this puppy, I'll put a link in the description of someone you can email, and as soon as he gets adopted, I'll put a note in there. But thanks for supporting Vet Ranch. Thanks for helping us save these dogs, since they were both going to be euthanized, and now you can see that they are going to go on and live great, happy, healthy lives. So I'll roll in a little footage of Krusty from his new family. They sent me some home footage of him because he was there, and he's just back here for just the day, so I can let him play with old Clark. And yeah, thanks for watching Vet Ranch. We'll see you next time.